Alright, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. Pull up a chair, enjoy a cup of coffee. We are here. We're going to start back in on our journey through Final Fantasy Heavensward. Yes, there will be spoilers. Um, we live for spoiling story here. So, if you don't want to necessarily have it spoiled, then you can go over to my YouTube channel, and I do have from mostly from the start, the main story quest line, so you could go there if you wanted to. So, but I do hope you enjoy. So, we are starting here with Camp of the Convictors, main story quest line, and we are here. Also, because we're here and we have all these here unlock quests, which are likely Aether Currents. We are going to also do those. Typically, they don't take very long, but there's a few of them. So, yeah. Oh, that doesn't do it either. Okay. Now I was just looking for a way to. Alright, so. Um. Okay, so, it's, wow, dude. Stop talking. Okay, so it's over here, and it's Aether Currents, and as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quest Aether Currents to discover. I've already gotten the ones out in the world, so I've gotten the ones out in the world. There was one more that I got off stream. It was a little bit across the map. I think it was like over this direction here someplace. I did come over here for a white mage quest earlier, but yeah. So, yeah, there we have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick these ones up. So I have one to go talk to someone, and this guy has one. He says, I remember you. How could I forget? You're the lass who was in the Azar Dragoon's company. Since you are here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at a spot of hunting before you depart. See for yourself what life is like for us convictors. Okay. The Dravanian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at it for years like I have, I think it prudent to start with something simple and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest rehumes. Slay 3 of those, then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Okay. Okay. Not sure what those are. As Final Fantasy tends to have some weird creatures that resemble things like bears, and then they even if they have something like a bear here, they tend to call it something else. So, oh right, pick up the main story quest line. That might be wise. All right, Alpha Note says in main story quest line. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray, speak with as many as you can, Nyra. Okay. So we'll talk to these people. Boris Bannernet says, Nye, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Tom, Dick, and Harry that wanders in and out of camp? Well, Boris Bowman says, Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. This is true. I hunt dragons, my dear lady. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Lucia? 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 Anyway, I say, looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Periquit or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Thanks, you're so insightful. But I guess it's kind of a weird question I'm asking everybody. Okay. Periquit. Oh, cutscene. Okay. Periquit says, Somewhat I can help you with, my lady? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. Alphanode walks up and he says, I would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. Periquit says, If it please my lord, I am Periquit, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by order of Sir Jantilot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. Alphinaud says, that may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Periquit says, sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. No, that's good information. Thank you, sir. Estidian says, is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. Okay. Oh, there's another quest right there. We'll pick this one up real quick. Yes, this is another ether current, more than likely. So that means I have 2, then 3, and there's 5 in total. Okay, there's 5 in total. So that means I'm missing 2. I did see a quest. Alright, let's talk to this Indian here. Oh, there's the 4th one. Okay, perfect. Okay, Estidian says, if we are up to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the Smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Nyra? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Elfenward, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay. Alright. Alright. I am going to go check out that quest I was just talking about. It is, here. It is there. So, I'm gonna go check that one out and see if it is, if it's an ether current. So, bear with me for a moment. Because I'd rather do them, like, while I'm here and doing the main story quest line. Yeah, so, yeah. Let's see. Do you unlock an ether current, sir? Sir, right? Or you madam? I don't know. Okay, this one. Yep, ether current. Perfect. Alright. So, we have a number of quests here. And this is the, that's the white mage one. Oh, ignore that one. Let's see, the one I just picked up. Bridged over for some water. Okay, yeah, they all have me go considerable distance that way. Okay. Just checking. Looks like I'm vaguely floating above the ground. Okay. Alright, looks like it's just the other side of the bridge, so we'll see what's over there when we get there and commence slaying Mylodons, I suppose? Not sure what that is, but we'll find out very shortly. Excuse me. Still a little under the weather from yesterday. Oh, hey, there's a fate for it. Okay. We can do that. There we go. Cool. Finished my quest. I got money. Next P for it. Okay. Okay, okay, yeah. Where do I need to go? This is it's done. Yeah, might as well just go back and turn it in. It'll give me another easy card anyway, so it's fine. Okay. Whee! No, I can't. Oh, I can't jump that one. Okay. There it is. Simple, easy. And yep. All right. Okay. So it's over there. Oh. Cool. Okay. All right. We're almost there. And polar bears. We get to kill some polar bears. There's one. Looks like 3 more to go. Two more. Okay, one more somewhere. Oh, right there. Yeet. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yep, that's the last of the bears. So let's go over to those 2 circles and see what we find. So it's effectively 2 ether cards. We need the 3 more. So it's over here. Butterball? Oh, they're slime monsters. Okay. Well, it's easy enough. Alright. 2 more. Okay. One more. Iced. Okay. Okay, next circle this way. The woolly yak for the main story quest. Okay. And then that one's probably. Huh. Oh no! You aggroed me! Okay, there's one down. Perfect. And there's 2. Okay. I'm gonna go over there. And the result of doing all this is I should be able to fly after I finish the very next main story quest line in this zone, but only in this zone. So, yeah. After a realm reborn, it works by zone, not full expansion like I did for a realm reborn. This looks like an instance unlock. Which is, huh? Huh. Yes, it does. Oh, it's still got an ether current on it. Okay, so I'll have to do the instance too. That's fine. It makes sense. Cocoa. Hot cocoa is real good. You know what? Wait, let's see. I turned that one in. Let's let's run over and turn this one in. Because I don't know if we'll be back to that camp or not. And if I'm not, I just want to get those 2 ether currents done. And then when I do the instance, it should port me back to where the quest is, which will be nice. So, And I'll just have to do main story. Alright. Yep. And complete. Oh. Precision. Right. Oh, this is. Interesting. Okay. Main story. Then I will probably do that instance because I do like flying. I really like flying. I think that's us up. I should probably go this way. Just in case. Because it's easier to go down than it is to go up. At least in theory. Hello. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be doing this. I have been playing Final Fantasy for quite some time, and I've gone all the way through A Realm Reborn, and I'm now doing Heavensward, and I do plan on going all the way up to current expansion, whichever that happens to be by the time I get there. And don't be surprised if I start doing other long quest chains as well, like the gentlemanly one. Forget his name right now, but yeah, don't be surprised if I do that too, because that one could be actually a lot of fun. But yeah, all right. But yes, I do plan on doing this for quite some time. So, and yeah, and thanks. I like vibing. Vibing's cool. But hey, welcome to the channel. Don't be afraid to chat, obviously, or hang out. You can just lurk if you want. It's fine too. What do you mean by main title? And what was I grinding? I don't know. I didn't start like way back. I don't have a meteor tattoo. Unless you count when I have tried it as a trial way back when, but that's actually on a different account that I can't access. So, and unfortunately at that time, I played it for a little bit, and then I decided to go back to, I think it was WoW or something, but yeah. Technically, though, I am a WoW refugee from a while ago, but more like a classic WoW refugee than there. Yeah, it's way too grindy over there now. No, thank you. And I was an altaholic, so Final Fantasy is perfect for me because I wanted to play all the classes, and here you can do all the jobs on one character. So I love that so much. Oh, sorry, I did not mean to do that. My mic is a little weird. Oh, I like PvP. Honestly, I do. I like PvP and I like building games. So that's kind of like a Minecraft thing or sometimes, occasionally, I'll do like Arc Ascended. I haven't actually streamed Arc, but I do like it. But I don't like the developer games that have been going on with that particular title, so I haven't really streamed that one. I like playing the Isle, which is a just think of this big island, and you're a dinosaur, and you have abilities. Other people are different types of dinosaurs. They have abilities, and y'all fight it out or team up or whatever. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do. So, yeah, welcome to the channel. Alright, so, main story quest line, Astidian says, "'Twould seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Ulfenald. He must have been a privileged, or he must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need?" Yes, Astidian, I do. Oh, cutscene, and we have purple smoke, which we need the purple smoke to summon the heretics we're looking for right now.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Iceheart, we are looking for you.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
Well, we're kind of looking to parlay. But I have a choice of, we wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard. We wished to speak with you. Let's do the last one. We wished to speak with you.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Okay.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Hraesvelgar, in particular, so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elizan is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted.
Ouch.
Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
That would be the eye.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
Huh.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
It would stand
I
a
believe
reason.
reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
Oh. So he's pissed. 'Cause you took his eye. That's all.
If
That's-
Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Uh-oh. Echo. Oh. Chest pain. You should keep that
Is
looked at.
autumn mist, my friend?
Of
I
course, you're
sense the many
preparing nothing.
battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Wow. Not. Do you need help?
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Yay, an ether current! Alright, me. Okay, let's pick this up and then go do the instance because I like flying a lot. Lady Iceheart says, "You are Nyra, yes? Pray, address me as Yseli if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, it is not, that the fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way on into Dravonia, then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest." That's true. It is forest. It's a change of scenery. Shoot. Because I do, and I don't. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. Oh. Okay, let's go over there and get the ether crystals tuned. And then we should be able to queue for the instance. Here we go.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
I find myself wondering how the dragons tell between heretics and Ishgardians. Lady Iceheart says, "We now stand on the threshold of Dravonia. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned?" Yes, let's do that. Alphanote says, "There is a village here, but I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place?" Lady Iceheart says, "The wild Chocobos Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marcyhap, is an acquaintance of mine." Being an interesting sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections?" Estidian says, "Only to this careless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns." Fair enough, fair enough. And I see an ether current. Let's go get it. Okay, I turned around. Okay. Down and get the ether crystal. No, I don't want your fate. I don't want it. Wow, I leveled. Alright, there we go. Alright. It is queue time. There it is. 7 minutes. Shouldn't hurt anything. I think it's the last ether current over there. Yeah, it is. Got 4 here again. Okay. Alright. Marcy, yep. Ooh, cutscene. Okay, he says, well, time I had and... Oh, whoops. Turn that off. Okay. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Lady Iceheart. It's been too long, girl. Oh. I hate these spam calls. Get so freaking many. Lady Iceheart says, that it has, Marcy Hupp. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Solemn Owl. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Marcy Hip says, of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Alphanaut says, forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Marcy Hep says, bother us? Does Lady Iceheart not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering camel trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves. Which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. Oh, okay. Oh, Estidian leaning against the... That's cool. Alphanaut says, I see. Thank you for the explanation. Marcy Hep says, you're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Lady Iceheart here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Ooh. Oh, okay, we'll see. Can't wear that, can't wear that. Can wear that. Looks like that, no. that one's blue. That one's for a Lancer, though. Alright. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, that's probably an Aether Current. ED. Macy Chop says, I see. You've been making the rounds, getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how did you like to help a real hunter? I'm observing 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of 'em. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leonorf, Gornaret, and Aimbert. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. Okay, now for the main story questline. Ooh. Okay. Accept. Macy Hemp says, I dare say, you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bleeding Gnath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on 2 legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties from realms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nathulm territory. You see, that does sound like a problem. Wait. Ah, Lady Iceheart. Lady Iceheart says, 'Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. Ophenod says, You lived here in Dravania? Iceheart says, Aye, 'twas the same. 'Twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its branches. That was when I chanced upon Helsreskar, I think. Helsreskar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marcy Hemp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather, I remained for some time. Elfinode says, hence your friendliness with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people? Iceheart says, peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of the homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. Estidian says, they have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Salam Al and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. Lady Iceheart says, a more direct path then, very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Salam Al, shall we? Okay. There's our duty. Let's go. The demon giggles. Alright. Food. Okay. Let's get rid of the map. We are not the tank. Come on. Okay. Oh, so sniffly. I'm so sorry. Taste. Hey, welcome back. Ooh, snacks. I love snacks. Snacks are yummy. I can't kick it. Ouch. That's what I get for experimentation. The game started winning. That's funny. Now, it looks like we got ourselves a good tank, and we're doing the last quest for the zone to get the Aether Current, so... Oops. What's the tank? That's the tank, okay. Haha. I guess so. Oh, that's a bit of a story actually, and it has to do with legal stuff. That's always fun. I actually used to be a passenger train engineer, and yeah, due to circumstances, I couldn't do that anymore. And it wasn't like there was a problem with me. It had to do with, you know, outside of me, which I can't exactly talk about, so I'm talking around it. Sorry. Yeah, it was having a schedule became like a liability and an issue because it would get disrupted. And when you're a passenger train, you need silly things like schedules. Duh. So, yeah, that became an issue. So, here I am doing my own schedule. And if the schedule becomes an issue, then I can change it so it eliminates outside interference. So that's, you know, trying to have a job where you can't really have a schedule becomes problematic. So here I am. That's it in a nutshell. That is the nice, lovely nutshell. That is an ad. I should probably kill it. brain damage. Just got brain damage. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Well, okay. I don't know. I see. Kind of both, I suppose. I mean, I'd like some cash. I don't want to entirely depend on someone else for my livelihood or anything that I might need, you know? I mean, I'm just that way. And it has been made difficult for me to hold a job, so, yeah. And I don't plan on quitting, and I am having fun with it, so, yeah. I don't know. It's not really like I'm in it for fame. I do not plan on doing face reveals or anything of that nature, so there's that. But, yeah. Let's let that. And it looks like I got a nice steady overall, so yeah. And maybe this will help your question too. I was trying to do stuff over on YouTube, and it was not really going much of anywhere, or not like I would have hoped. So someone suggested Twitch, so I'm over here on Twitch now, and yeah. I've been reposting what I do over here on Twitch over to YouTube, so there's that too, but it's not really a focus anymore, so. I hope that helps. Honestly, right now I'm mostly doing Twitch. I am not opposed to doing other things, at least if they're passive right now, like what I'm doing with YouTube. But right now, I'm hanging out on Twitch, so... Twitch, I guess. Ooh. Oh shoot, I forgot. Can you get out of the wind on this one? Dang it. I think we're dead. Oh, just hurt. That's all. Uh-oh. I'm doing it again, alright. I give up. I didn't get behind the rock. I wanted to get that last hit behind him. Terrible. I'm a terrible brat. Okay, made it. Oh, and I'm with the tank, so I can hit it. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna stay on Twitch for right now, cause, you know, like you've noticed, I've only been at it for a little bit, so I'm still kind of in growing pains and, you know, working out hardware and stuff like that. Like, as you may have noticed, I sometimes get drowned out in the game sound, which is going to be hopefully fixed soon. My husband's working on it. He's a great IT guy. So, yeah, working out, setup, and stuff like that. So it's kind of part of what I'm doing here with Twitch. And once that's done, then, you know, maybe I'll look at other things, or maybe I'll just stay put and just kind of playing it by ear and see what goes. So, yeah. But thank you for the suggestion. I need to go right, yep, this way. No, I can't do it. Okay, yes I can. Oh, got stuck on something. Alright, there we go. Wish there was an ether crystal at that little place over there. Oh, there is an ether crystal there. It's frozen. I wonder if it gets unfrozen. Wait, this is not the right spot. I need to go this way. Sorry, I touched my mic by accident. I don't know, I just, nah, not really, just kinda chilling, hanging out, and seeing how it goes, and, yeah, like that. I don't know. Believe it or not, this mic is actually not that old. It just, for whatever reason, it's super hypersensitive to me. I don't know. And now we can fly. This. Wee. Okay. Cool. I like creativity. Creativity is awesome. Looks like one of those hunter camps are up there. Jump, yep. I can jump up there. I think I'm going to stick with what I got going on right now. But thank you. So I'm sorry, but my blacklists are there for a reason, and it's mostly for protection, so I'm going to respectfully say no, thank you. That is a fate. Hmm. $12. God dang it. Nope, that's not gonna work. I need a tank. Actually, I don't need a tank. I need my stupid chocobo. on, Chocobo. Heal up. Nope, this is not gonna work. Wing, wing, wing. Okay. What's this? Oh, I bet this is the bugs. Bugs are gonna show up. You're next. Huh? Is that it? Oh, that's it. Alright. What's that? Oh, there's a... How do I get up there? Wait, over here a bit. No, that's too high. There we go. And that's the last hunter camp. Okay. Here's one right over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Found it! Okay, and more bugs. Yeah. You. That hurt. I should have my bird out. Yeah, I should. At the very least, I'll get levels on it. It'll be nice. then maybe it can be helpful instead of present. Dang, stupid Mike. Destination. Okay. Okay, Alpha Note says, should we chance to meet Marcy Hop again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Noth, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardam, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. Lady Iceheart says, you have a scholar's eye, Master Alphinaud. The structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is reminiscent of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. Estidian says, you claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravonian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Lady Iceheart says, stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Elfinote says, enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this insistent squabbling. Elfinote continues after turning to me. Nyra, pray reason with these two. What shall I say? Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed or ground. Let's just, for kicks and giggles, grunt. Elfinote says, gods above, even Nyra has lost patience with you. We have a common goal, lest you forget, to prevent a war which will claim countless lives on both sides. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Nyra's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estidian. Estidian says, you would have me keep my counsel until Nyra's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Lady Iceheart says, our meeting with Reishavgar will likely provide the catalyst Nyra's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Yeah, okay. Trine Towers. Okay. Lady Iceheart says, spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annexed Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hraeskar's lesser kindred. Towers. I don't see any towers. Oh, well, there's a tower. But she said 3? I don't know. Okay. She continues. If we are to reach the peak of the Solemn All, we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. A rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Okay. Oh, that's in the town. Okay, where am I supposed to go then? Oh, okay. That's easy enough. Trot. Okay. Alright. Goats. Almost there. Pretty sure it's just down this path a little bit. There's another dinosaur. That... Ooh. Makes me wish I did have a tank. Dude, level 60 on that. That's probably... No, I should probably just leave it alone. Lady Iceheart says, "'Tis as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers." Marcyhap did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nos muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Works for me. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, there's more. Okay, there. Oh, now it's done. Alright. Next one. So snuffly. Hello, goodbye. Nice. I know what that is. Nothing. Okay. Lady Iceheart. She says, I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join up with you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, dragoon. Estidian says, on my word to the warrior of light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. Lady Iceheart says, you truly are beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one? when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Ouch.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Oh, ew, those are ugly. I'll go for those. Okay. Lady Iceheart says, so the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Estidian says, are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. Lady Iceheart turns to Estidian and says, I did not reach out to the Saint Estiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between men and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Alphinaud says, enough, enough, I say! If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together, or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? Lady Iceheart says, my apologies. You're right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marcycap. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. I am going to go attune to that crystal. Because it's right there. Right there. I can see it. Oh, hello. Hello, Amanda. How are you today? Okay, attuned. Oh, right in here. I do that. Oh, this is the, This is the quest for the ether current. Yep. Sweet. So that means I have one quest, one done. I am doing good. How are you? Ooh, cutscene. Marcy Hep says, oh, oops, I have it on auto. Keep doing them. Cool, cool. It's always good to be doing pretty well. It's going alright. It's been quiet for the most part. Oh, thanks for the follow. Marcy Up says, Summoner Primal, you say 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Noth religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. Alpha Note says, that sounds promising, and what exactly would a Noth consider to be the right incentives? Marcy Hep says, oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of Landatrap nectar, a basket of column tree fruit, and, always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanakia flesh. Oh, I stream at least 2 other games. I am not limited to just Final Fantasy. I have a schedule on Saturday where I just kind of play whatever. Sometimes whenever, but definitely try to be on the schedule. So yeah. Estadian says, I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. That's for sure. Lady Iceheart says, then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphanald's arcane assistance. Marcy Hap says, that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller nakas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. Thank you. Alphinaud says, "You have been most kind, Master Marcyhup." I am from the United States. Alphinaud says, "Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Naka egg." Thanks, Alphinaud. We all know that's going to be the Warrior of Light, because y'all just teleport because you're NPCs. Hey, Rhyme. Okay. Do I have to go all the way around? Since about October, at least while I was on Twitch. I do have a YouTube channel, but I've kind of just, I don't know. It felt like YouTube, like, I don't know, stagnated, I guess, or changed. I don't know. But in any case, it wasn't working, so someone I know in real life suggested Twitch, so here I am on Twitch. Trying it out. Boy, this is a long ways around. I really want flight. Wait. No, just keep running. Yay! I'm supported. Thank you so much. I appreciate follows. Follows are awesome. Helps me reach my goal. It's not where I want to go. I want to go on the other side of that. This should get me there. I don't know. What do you mean? For whatever reason, I can't do emotes, and I should have a banner and stuff like that, so I'm still a little mystified. No thanks. I am actually an artist myself, and I have a tendency to do my own work, so I appreciate the offer, but no thank you. No thanks. Okay. Alphanode says, I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the Leon traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Lady Iceheart's help. Do you have the Nanakami? Yes, we have the meat. It's right here. Alphanode says, Splendid. I shall put this with Stygian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Noth. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take that one. Level! Speaking of 56. Using 56. Hail Alphanode. Oh, rings. Huh. Alphanode says, well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the North, I think I would be suitably impressed. Alphanode continues, well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Stygian says, calm yourself, Master Alphanode. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Interesting looking folks. The Fleetfoot says, long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Excited Nath says, Landtrap nectar. Exultant Nath says, Column tree fruit. Nath trio, and Naga flesh. That Fleetfoot says, what delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. The Fleetwood says, come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Excited Nath says, cramped. Exultant Nath says, stifling. Nath Trio says, and horribly smelly. The Fleetwood says, but better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Yes? Come, come. It is not far. This way. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. How do we get up there? Unless I just gotta jump. That Fleetfoot. That Fleetfoot says, your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the Nonmind. Sorry, I had an itchy ear. I need to move my headphones all over the place. Oof. Okay. The storyteller. Hi. Ooh, cutscene. The storyteller says, welcome to our hive hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Elfinode says, honored elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Vast Storyteller says, knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the Nonmind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nos god, of the god, the one mind summoned into our midst. Lady Iceheart says, the one mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. The storyteller says, yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a strange dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. Istidian says, 'twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Those two. The storyteller says, Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravonian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravonian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Let's see here. We'll grab that one. Yeah, alright. I think we'll call it here for today. And I'll be back on, ooh, you can see inside that place. Interesting. I'll be back then on Saturday. So, yeah. I'll see y'all peoples later. Y'all have a good one. Bye.